Hi everyone!
Hi everyone, we're just waiting for you guys to come on, and once you're here, we will commence.
So we're so excited actually about doing this 102 course with you guys.
It's been a long time in the development, and we really pulled a lot of time and energy together to make it happen. But we're really excited that you're here, you're going to engage with this, and we're going to give you a breakdown of what the first week is going to look like, and we'll do this each week on Sunday. We'll express to you what we're doing, why we're doing it, what it's for, the activities that are involved, what you may or may not need to do, and we'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on.
Exactly. So as you all know, you have all gotten the booklet. I'm assuming that you've read a little bit of it anyway, and that this first week is about being in the present moment.
Yeah, being in the present moment is all this week, and we want to ensure that you're geared for success in this. So we've set up that you'll have an hour a day live with me, and that time will rotate up from 10 a.m. in the morning right up till 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the Friday. But some things we want to go over that hopefully you've all downloaded your guidebook. That's one of the very first things you should have done is download your guidebook and go over the basic instructions in the front, like printing and reading the guidebook so you have it in front of you. There are some forms that you're going to need to utilize that we put in the back of the book so that you can track your experience from day 1 right through to day 30 so that you can monitor your experience.
Yeah. But first off, one of the things that I want to say is that there's so much that goes on in this course. There's so much that's happening every day that I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming for those of you, and especially those that are new to the 102 who did not take the 101 course. So I would like to simplify it a little bit in saying that there are a few things that you must do, and there are a few things that you must watch. So what you must do is you must meditate and practice. Meditate and practice. And what you must watch is the orientation on Saturdays, like this one. Every Saturday we'll have an orientation that will talk about the philosophy of and so on. With this week being in the present moment, that information is going to be mainly in the meditation. The second thing to watch is the meditation. And then the third thing to watch is and those both are on Saturday, so we'll put that on Saturday. And then the third thing to watch is on Sunday. William will be going live about the week with
a special guest.
With a special guest.
For example, tomorrow I'll be channeling Buddha on being in the present moment, and he came to us and said this was his thing, and each Sunday there will be a different special person to come through that will be channeled to explain about that week and why and how you're going to benefit from it.
Yes. So then a lot of people are coming live, and as we all know, it's really great to go and watch everyone live. We always learn from other people. And then there will also be different things going on. Kristen Davies is going to do red rooming in the second week, which is very fitting for that week. And I will be doing tapping, and a variety of different things are going on. Those are definitely helpful to participate in. But just to keep things simple in your mind, those are the 2 must-dos and the 3 must-watches. And then the other things you'll be gravitated to that is serving you at that time. That's my take on it. The more you do, the more you get out of it, that's for sure. But I just wanted to bring down the anxiety about it if there is any, because again, it could be a little bit overwhelming when there's a lot of information. So those are the main things that we want you to do and watch.
You can also remember the replays for every live video that as they're done during the full 30 days will be available for replay 24/7. So no matter what time zone you're in, no matter where you are, you can watch it. If you've got a smartphone with you or a tablet or your laptop, you can watch these replays and get all the information out of them that you think you didn't get when you originally experienced it. Because even right now, there's more than just these words that are being spoken to you. There's also a whole vibrational energy being communicated to you from our teams and through your teams into your mechanisms right now, so that you get the full frequency effect. And when I say full frequency effect, I mean the full effect of the energy that's pervasive, that's bringing the consciousness of humanity up higher during this time of ascension. And it's really important to know that that's always here in this movement at all points of time and space.
And another thing I'd like to talk about is the wall, posting on the wall. So when you're looking to practice with someone live or in person, however you wish to do it, we prefer that you do it live. Feel the fear and do it anyway. But to post that on the wall. The newbies as well, you can post on the wall that you're new, and we would really like for you guys all to engage with our new, we have 10 new 102ers that didn't take the 101. So we would really like it if you could engage with them and invite them into card readings with you and whatnot.
Yeah. Like, everybody's here for everybody. That's the key thing to remember. You're completely supported in this program at all times. If you've got any questions or concerns that you feel aren't being addressed, you can always contact myself anytime. You can direct message me and I'll get to it as quickly as I possibly can.
Yes, and also like post on the wall like victories you're having, post on the wall any challenges you're having, and because we're all here to support you. And when you become vulnerable in that manner and expose yourself, it allows us to become, well, yes, us and the other group members as well, to express what they're feeling. And if we don't, then we suppress it and we don't let it out, which is weak too. But again, it's important to just, you know, express what's going on and give us the opportunity to help you.
Yeah, I've got someone coming through, but I'm not going to let them through just yet. Yeah, those who have the 101 course under their belt, please reach out to the people that are new. And the people that are new, please reach out to the people that have done the 101, because they'll give you experience and knowledge that you don't currently have. That's available to you. Like I said, it's a very nurturing and supportive community. Keep all of your experiences that you gain from the course. Post your experiences on the wall so you're inspiring other people. Because you may experience something that somebody else has experienced, but they don't have the words to articulate it, or they don't know how to formulate it, and you suddenly put that on the wall and they go, oh yeah, I experienced that. So share your experiences that are relevant to the experiences you gain from the material that you practice in the course.
Yes. And so each week, as you see, there is some exercises for you guys to do, and that's one other do's actually, is do the exercises, because it will really help you. And in week 1, the exercise of being in the present moment and meditating to observe what you experience. So day 1, you experience my mind was racing. Write it down. Yeah. Because when day 3 comes along and you say, I had gapping, then you see there's a progression here. No one learned how to walk without, well, that's not true, but nobody was born walking. We all need to go through the process, and doing the meditations and doing the work, writing down, doing the exercises will definitely lead you to where you're going and lead you to your intention and your commitment, which is the next thing.
Now, as far as channeling, because this is about learning to tap into your higher guides and your spiritual powers and talk to God and divine beings, ascended masters. This will spontaneously happen. It's happening to us all the time. Right now, it's happening to everybody. The difference is you've got this thing called a mind in the way. It's filled with chatter and information and data and past and stuff you've made up about the past, stuff you make up about the future. And when you start to get that out of the way, which is what this first week is about, getting the noise in your mind out of the way and getting your body to obey you and be still and quiet. Because when your body is still and quiet and your mind is still and quiet, you can hear everything that exists outside of it.
Yes, you are the master of your mind. And if your mind is a monkey mind and it's busy, then you are not being the master. So this is about training your mind that it serves you. You are not its servant. It's a very important thing. And to the intention and commitment page, that is one step in that. When you make a clear commitment and intention to your own growth and your own development, then your body will follow. If you make an intention, I'm going there, it will follow you. It may say, oh, you know, that's too far to walk, and give you resistance. But if you say, well, I'm going to do it anyway, you'll get there. So making that intention and making that commitment is the very first step, which is so important in going where you want to go.
Now, through all these practices, there's some really key things that you need to know that are very important for you being able to maintain your energy levels and to also carry out the tasks effectively. the most important thing is water. When you're channeling, when you're doing live practices, when you're doing your meditations, drink water before and after the meditations. After each of these orientations, we will post the meditation instructional video for this week so that you can look at it and get some ideas about what our experience has taught us works really well for us from that point of view of meditation. Physical posturing, the type of things you think about, where you want to focus, the type of music you want to use. Those things are very important to understand for you, because each individual mechanism, each individual body experiences and realizes the world in very different ways than others. So your body is different than every other body on the planet. It may need different music, may need different chair, it might need a different positioning. You'll know what that is, but we'll provide the video that we know from our experience that works for us right after this orientation video.
Yes. So in that regard, again, I just want to encourage everyone and thank everyone for coming along and raising the vibration of this planet together.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much mine has been risen since, you know, choosing to do this, being guided to do this course is the truth of it. And just, wow, it's when you follow that path, you know, it has made such huge changes in my life, and I can't say enough. So I wish for you all the same.
Yeah, there's yeah, also take time to stretch your body out before you do things. Like take time, there's things that you want to do before every activity, and it's all in your booklet. Please read your booklet over. All the basic information you need to successfully accomplish courses in there. These lives are designed to give you our perspective on what we think you might need to know, and to bring any information through to you that our team wants you to hear as well.
Yeah, and we do recommend that you read the booklet more than once. You know, there's always different layers of information, and you'll know when if you need to read it again and again and again. But we do want to encourage that. Yeah.
Also on this coming Tuesday, we have Kristen Davies going live on Tuesday, and she's going to do sensing energies, which will be very valuable for those of you who are new to the course that aren't familiar with it. Sensing the energies, getting aware of where your guides are communicating to you from. What is the sensation that's connected with Jesus? What is the sensation that's connected with Kuan Yin? What is the sensation connected with your grandmother? There's very specific things and very specific energies unique to the guides and teachers and mentors and people that we have been connected with through time and space, that they in fact interact with our energy system in different ways. And you can learn that, get an idea of how to tap into that on Tuesday with Kristen.
Yes, and on Monday with myself, and on Wednesday with
Ashley?
Ashley Cunningham, we are doing card readings. And so for beginners, we invite you to please come live with us. You could private message myself or William, or I think we posted, I posted on the wall. So if you please comment that you would like to go live and jump in.
Yeah. It'll be a really exciting journey. I'm being here. They're saying this will be a most remarkable journey. Should you be willing to open yourself from your mind and everything you've been taught to think is true, and be open to something more than what you know, you will begin to expand your consciousness and awareness to the unlimited degree that you naturally arrived at this planet in. It is time to return home to the consciousness that is truly us as one, while still maintaining the joy and excitement of individual expression in this physical plane of consciousness. This particular type of work is more than just words and more than just bodies. It's a vibration that is communicated to all of us, through all of us, to you, to me, from you to me. It is a holistic manifestation of a most divine sort that's intended to lift you up to your highest potentials while being in a physical plane. There are millions and millions of others on this planet seeking this evolution, seeking this expansion in consciousness. So as you expand yours, you so too reach out with that energy to others and awaken them to this truth of themselves also. That is all.
Yes, and I'd like to add to that point as well, not only when you rise in vibration, but when you rise in mindset, and then you communicate and share with others the way that we are, the way that Kristen is, the way that Ashley is, the way that Jason is, the way that we all are doing, Jackie, and bring it forward into this world, because this is what the world needs.
And know also this, that within you and around you, we are always present with you. Whether you're conscious of that fact or not, we are always with you, waiting for your ears to open and your eyes to see, so that you can know the bliss that is always here for you to be. It's really important to allow yourself to listen, to hear the sound of one hand clapping, to hear the sound of one hand clapping. Let your mind be clear, your heart be open. We are always with you, always. There's more. It's really overwhelming because sometimes they just fill you up with so much love. These beings have so much love for us, and they're always present. Please listen to your heart. You can start in here and bring this here up here. Learn to allow the two to join as one. For there is no separation in, he's saying, the kingdom. There is no separation in the kingdom. So open your heart, open your mind, do the work, be still, and listen. He's saying, don't get too serious. Yeah. So yeah, oh yes, calendar events. Hang on, step back. You can ask these guys to step back. This happened to me the other day. Jesus came in really strong. I actually asked Jesus to step back from me. He smiled and said, now you're starting to gain some nerve. You're starting to gain a little personal power there. Because they're as equal to you as you are to them. They don't see us as less or more. In the event section in the course wall are all of the events scheduled out for the entire month. Wow. All the events are scheduled out for this time of month. So please go over that and mark out the ones that resonate with you, that stand out most for you. But I highly recommend the 1 hour day, when I come on each day, Monday to Friday for that hour, please be there, because I will be bringing people on live with me to walk them through how to be in the present moment this week. This whole week is about learning to be in the present moment. There's very specific things that I can show each individual that works for them, that shows them how to be in the present moment. And you'll learn firsthand how to do that live.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I just have to say.
It is.
It's
So is she. We're all amazing. We really are. Like the same consciousness that is beating your heart right now is beating this heart here and this heart here and the heart that you sit in that body with. The same intelligence that makes the cells move is the same intelligence in all of us. And it seeks the awareness of unity, but delights in the expression of our individuality, which is one of the most amazing things about it.
Hence life itself.
Hence life itself. Yeah.
I think that was a full circle.
It was a full circle. But we're really grateful that so many of you guys have showed up for today, because it's really important. The replay will be available on the wall. I wish we could reach all the time zones simultaneously, and we can actually. That's what's going to happen with the replay. It'll reach everybody else.
Yeah. And that's the intention as well of the daily meditations that William is doing at different times.
Yeah.
So to help everybody in different time zones
Yeah.
to go live.
Yeah. Now, I guess we can should we take some questions? I think we should take some questions.
Oh, sure.
Okay, we'll take some questions and answers will provided by whoever provides them.
Yes. If there are any questions.
Okay, there are questions.
Oh, good.
Are other instructors coming on in the evening, USA, Canada time zones, for those who work first shift hours? Yes, we've got Jason Atkins is coming on in the evenings.
Yes.
Ashley's coming on in the evenings.
Yes, on one evening. I can change the time and come on in the evenings.
And Norm's coming on in the evening. And if you need, if it's a real need, I'll certainly make arrangements so I can put an evening or two in as well during the week.
Yeah. Good question.
So I hope that's a great question, Jill. Thank you. Will the Course address how to deal with the stress associated with ascension? Seems like when that hits, I fall back in low vibe habits. That's a great question, Jill.
That's week 2.
Yeah, that's definitely week 2, where we get into the actual process, where you
Yeah.
actually begin to identify and release the ascension symptom blocks, where you let them move
Yeah.
through you as if you are a stone in a river, where everything can just move around you. Um, so that's week 2.
Yeah.
Uh,
The weeks will move quite quickly, so that's why we say the meditation is important, because in the moment, being in the moment, grounding yourself, that's all we're going to work on for this week. But it's really important that we get ourselves to that level, because week 2 we're going to be dealing a lot with those past emotions, and with ascension comes up past emotions, and also when you start to look at them, they start to come up. So how to release them, how to get rid of them. That's all week 2.
Now, Jacqueline will also be available on Saturdays. Jacqueline LeBlanc will be available Saturdays and Sundays as well. She'll be doing card reading and energy sensing, whatever else she does with you that you need to be done with you. Some of you people may also be noticing people are asking questions like, "What Claire is most active for me?" Which is Wendy asking that question, and so people in the lives will sometimes ask questions, and the mediums that's present will tap into source energy or their guides and request specific information from them. It's her time for a treat, honey.
Yeah,
Our dog owns
that's our
us.
puppy,
This is,
yeah.
hang on, let's bring her up. This. Oh, no.
No, she
Okay, now she
runs
away.
away because she doesn't want us to pick her up. She wants us to
A
feed
treat.
her.
Feed me my treat. So, it's clairaudience is what I get for you, Wendy. Clairaudience is the strongest one for you right now, but you're moving towards clairsentience. You're moving towards clairsentience opening up now. Yes, it will, Linus. It will unblock. For meditation, do you recommend sitting on the floor or chair or laying down?
It's whatever is comfortable for you. I don't recommend laying down because you have a tendency to go to sleep. If you're doing nighttime meditations that are, that you're getting online, then for sure that's great. But for our meditations, I would not recommend it. Some sit in lotus or cross-legged or on a block. We normally just sit, and the meditation video that's going to come up next is going to talk specifically about body positioning for the meditation. But yeah, I would definitely recommend. I feel most comfortable sitting, but it's really up to you how you feel most comfortable. But not recommending lying down for our meditations because we wouldn't want you to fall asleep, that's all.
And also, a lot of the questions regarding meditation, at least the first part in terms of being in the silence, having a silent mind, quieting your mind, will be addressed this week during the 1-hour lives that I'll be doing every day, Monday to Friday. Most of the questions will be answered, if not all of them will be answered before this week is over, to your satisfaction. I can almost guarantee that.
Awesome.
My guides don't mess around. JC does not mess around. How about having mediumship courses through to November 2019, so in 2020 the world will be flooded with super mediums? Well, that's actually one of the goals that we have is to awaken as many mediums as possible, so that they can begin to transmit vibrations of a higher frequency to everyone planet-wide. Remember, transmitting a vibration worldwide does not necessarily mean you have to be a medium. It can also mean that you have a really good, beautiful heart, and that you send that sense of heart, that sense of love, out to everybody, everywhere you are. It's not something you have to become a medium or be a professional medium to do right now. Tap into your own feeling of love. I mean, just thinking about it right now, me just speaking these words right now is resonating this vibration with some of you, and you extend that love out energetically to all points of time and space. You can learn to do this. We are connected to the one life. It is everywhere, and you can send a frequency through it, just like a cell phone frequency from one phone to another.
I agree with what William's saying, but at the same time, when you come into this realm, then you become awake and aware and conscious of the fact of how your feelings affect. And so you may have a really great big heart and send out love and create an effect on the planet, but then you might turn around and watch the news and then have this really deep, dark feeling that comes up in you, and then you resonate in that, in horror for, and we must raise our vibration and hold it, keep it. That's the goal here as well, is to hold that vibration up. So I do agree with you. So yeah, we're going to keep doing
Yeah.
we will definitely keep doing this in order for, you know, that old shampoo commercial, I told two friends and they told two friends and so on and so on. And that is the game, that the more we communicate as well with Source, the lighter we become as well, and everything will be affected by that. Your emotions will be affected by that, your thoughts will be affected by that, your actions will be affected by that, and your life will be affected by that, which is the goal of this course.
Yeah.
So,
You're basically just changing water into wine.
that's right.
That's what JC would call it. Changing water into wine is like changing the way things are in one way and changing them to something brand new that they're completely different. And as you learn to master your energy, as you learn to run your mind and be the master of your body, you will be churning the water, that your life, into a wine, into another quality of expression that ennobles the divine that exists within all of us at all times.
Yes, or even ice into vapor, because it's the same state, but
Yeah.
it's not the same state, it's the same thing, but it's in a different state.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Very true. I think we have a few more questions here.
Oh, good.
Thanks so much. Super excited as I begin.
Yay!
Can I still do the meditation if I fall asleep? That's a great question, Bernadette. If you choose to sit up during your meditation with the intention that you will retain and remember what you need to from the meditation, your body can actually go into a sleep state and you will bring something back into it from another state, if that makes sense to you. But also, Bernadette, if you've got that type of restriction, if you can tap into one of the replays, I'm sure one of the replays from this week will certainly address other alternatives for you too, because like I said, there's an unlimited number of ways in which you can transcend your consciousness from where it is to something else. And we're just addressing a few of them in this 30 days.
Yeah, so our meditations, there are 4 of them. And in the first meditation, you will be actively aware. So you won't fall asleep in that one, I don't think. And then in the other meditations as well, you will be active within them as well. So they're not meditations that, there are a lot of amazing, great meditations out there, but there are some that will bring you away into a state that can induce sleep, but these meditations won't induce sleep as much.
No. These are designed to keep you more conscious,
Yes.
not less conscious.
Yeah.
Ideally, this week you'll learn how to get your mind. Once your mind is quiet, you will actually have more energy, because the mind, your past program, your conditioning, your memories, draw your energy down into what they are. And as you learn to step out of that, your energy will expand and increase spontaneously. The less mind, the more soul, is the way I like to put it. The less mind you have, the more soul you are.
Okay.
Miriam is asking, William, what clair do I have currently? Do you want to try that one?
What clair do you have currently?
Yeah, Miriam. It's actually Miriam.
He's correcting himself. Claircognizance, I get right off the top. I think you're getting claircognizance and feeling, what is that called? Clairsentience, strongly. And your clairvoyance is opening, is what I get.
Cool. Gladys is asking, great question, Gladys. How do you react as you start feeling things? I'd like you to qualify that question, Gladys, because there are the feeling things you have from an emotional state, and there's what you feel when you're not emotional in a soul state where you actually start to feel energy. So I'm not sure which one she means. What do you think?
Ask the question again, let me feel it.
How do you react as you start feeling things?
Yeah, I'm not clear.
Well, I'll change it then. How do I react as I start feeling things?
Is that how should she react?
Yeah.
again, it depends where your feeling is coming from. Like, is that feeling coming from something that's within you, so your own mind, or is that a feeling that you are picking up on? Because if you're picking up on a feeling, that's guiding you to follow that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, sometimes our minds tell us certain things, and then we have a similar reaction within our bodies, a certain feeling that feels off, but it's coming from the mind. It's not actually coming, it's from our fear-based place versus being guided and given that guidance and that wisdom.
Yeah.
So it's about discernment and knowing the two. And one of the things, when you become clear within your mind and you release all of that stuff that goes on, you can become more clear and know directly, because often we have thoughts and we're not even aware of the thought that we had, and all of a sudden we feel upset or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So when you're clear in mind, you can be very clear as to where that feeling is coming from, and whether it's a trigger from past, which is what we'll get into week 2, or whether it's a guidance that is being told you, don't drive down that road.
There's also another element to this that she didn't mention, and that is there's also the emotions and thoughts of people that are around us. If we are not solid in who we are, we don't have a clear sense of our own identity, we can be induced into sensing other people's emotions and thoughts as if they're our own. It's one of the major causes of schizophrenia, which I won't get into much because that's not the venue of this program. But learning how to have a strong emotional field around your body is important to be able to weed out emotional currents and eddies from other people.
William's talking about being an empath.
Yes.
I am an empath. So in truth, for me, when I recognized, we're maybe going a little off track here, but when I recognized that I always knew I was an empath, but I didn't recognize the power of it. So I now have the ability to feel, to look at people and feel what they're feeling and be completely separate from it. So I could feel that sick feeling, but I'm not feeling sick. I'm feeling their sick feeling. And I'm very conscious of it and very aware of it. And I look at them and I go, oh my, they're feeling really out of sorts. And it aids me and aids them, because I could say, hey, how you doing? And make them feel better. I used to take it on. I used to think it was mine, but I don't. And maybe that's maybe I could do something on that as well. But yeah.
Now she asked that answered her question. So how long are the meditations? I will wake earlier, but I need to know how much earlier. The meditation in week 1 is 20 minutes long. 20 minutes of getting your body and your mind as quiet and in the present as you possibly can. And it'll stay 20 minutes throughout the week. In the second week, it will go up to 40 minutes, and each week we'll add 20 minutes onto the meditations. If you find, my mind used to tell me, you don't have enough time to meditate, and that meant I just got up at a certain time, because what you will find as you learn to meditate and get your mind out of the way, your energy will go up, it won't go down, you become more present, more aware.
Yeah.
And so each week, the time will fly by, and you'll still be able to get everything done in less time because you're in a different state of consciousness.
Yes. The other thing I wanted to say, though, in regards to the meditation, so in the first week, it's 20 minutes. In the second week, it's an add-on for 20 minutes, so that's 40 minutes, and so on. The third week will be 60, and the fourth will be 40. You can separate that into 2. So you can do half in the morning and half in the evening. And so the meditations are to be stacked upon one another. So you would still start with 20 minutes, or if you're going to divide it by 2, 10 minutes of the being in the present moment meditation, which is the one we'll be posting shortly. And then you stack on the next meditation of the second week, and then the third week, and then the fourth week. And then you do that in the morning and in the evening.
I'd like to suggest to all of you that are doing this, watch your thoughts, because your mind will tell you reasons why you can't do these activities. It will give you all the reasons. Oh, I don't have enough time is the big one. That used to be my big one. I don't have enough time. So it might say it doesn't have enough time, or I'm not going to get there, or it might say that, oh, I can't do this. It's just not right for me. It doesn't feel right. Your mind is going to try and maintain the control that it's had over you for most of your life. And it's not meaning to do that. It's just been programmed to be a certain way. You've got to reprogram to be your servant, not your master.
I have a little slightly different twist on it where I say that it is trying to do that intentionally. And it's like, you know, when you say to someone, I'm just giving is that my pencil? And then, it's not my pencil. I mean, I didn't steal your pencil. Then you're like, whoa, that's way, it's so disproportionate, the response to my question. So the point that I'm making here is that when you tell your mind that you are no longer going to be in control, and it's aware that you're not going to be in control anymore, because I'm going to meditate and I'm going to let you, you know, take the back seat. It goes, oh no, blah, 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 and it keeps, you know, and so it knows that it's being threatened. And the ego is the one thing that really wants to keep control. Everything that where you're in life and you want to hold control, that's your ego.
Now I know that some of you also have a difficult time keeping your body still, that your body's jumpy. Well, that's your mind doing that. Understand that mind and body don't want to be out of control, because that's how you've survived up to this point in time. But you have to get your body and your mind to stay still no matter what for that 20 minutes. I got another question here.
Okay.
Okay. Which oracle cards would you recommend? I don't have any.
Oh, okay. So, which one is it that we're doing?
Dorian Virtue.
Yes, Dorian Virtue. Angel therapy cards. That's what it is. We posted it on the wall.
Yep. So
it's the angel therapy cards that everybody has. So we recommend that you get those ones.
Yeah, especially if you're just beginning right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go next here.
And for all of you that are new, I don't know if I mentioned earlier. Yes, I did. But please do respond on the post and come live with me. That would be great. I'd really like that.
Yeah. Well, I think we're just about out of time. I'm going to just take one more question here, I think. I'll let somebody else take that in the group. Reverse osmosis, water's best.
Spring water.
Okay.
Nature. Nature knows best.
There's a number of people. Is everybody able to see us? Because somebody's saying they're not able to see us.
Oh.
Really? Are we invisible to you people? Are we invisible? I don't think so. Anyway, watch the replay, because we're seeing ourselves in the lens here, so we're assuming that it's up on the wall there. I'm sorry if you're not seeing the visual. If not,
our apologies.
Our apologies, but at least you'll have the audio at the very least to come back to. But I think the video will certainly show us live afterwards when we post this up on the wall in a few short minutes.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Well,
thank you, everyone.
And you'll be seeing me lots this week, so
yeah.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun, folks.
Yeah, we really look forward to it, and thank you guys all for joining us. And yeah,
let's rock on.
Make this an amazing month. Make this a month that's going to change your life.
Yes.
That's the goal here.
It will change your life.
It's going to alter your state of mind and being, and you will see through doing these meditations how people will look at you differently, respond to you differently, and how you will be able to see them differently.
Yeah, it's the story of like the prodigal son coming back to the father's house, right? Where you realize you're actually in charge. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. It means a lot to us that you all committed to doing this process with us, because we're all in this together on the whole planet. I mean, there's a small fraction of us here, but you'd be amazed at the effects of the energy that's being generated from this group and from the one-on-one group that's being carried forward that impacts this planet in ways that you do not realize at this point in time.
Yes, they're all very excited.
Yeah.
In agreement there.
Okay, so have a great day and a great week. I will see everybody tomorrow when I channel Buddha. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, bye for now.
Bye-bye.